9 games in, already 8 points clear atop the league on table. Champions PSG have started. Kylian Mbappe. Hello and welcome to beIN Sports live presentation of the French Ligue 1. I'm Andres Cordero. And Christopher Nkunku potentially at right back. We'll see once kickoff gets underway, replacing Thomas Meunier.
Fun alongside Mbappe, so expect lots of goals, but question marks in defense. Plenty of changes.
His armband today in the absence of Thiago Silva. Well, it is Prince Guano who can. And Saman Gorosh moves from the wing to center forward.
Yep, 5 across the middle. That's a huge ask for them to come away with anything less than a beating here today. Just can't wait for this match to start and see PSG in full flow.
In terms of the options off the bench, false start. An honorary first. The ball rolls at the Parc des Princes. Soccer in sun and shadow in the City of Light. Verratti. Bernat. Well, fancy footwork from the Spaniard, blazing a trail forward, leaves it for Cavani.
The speed, the way they run at you, they're looking for the 1-2. Keeper doing well. Gertner coming out and just smothered.
Telegraphed the pass.
Very fast. It's a brave move to try and cut it out. You still support your team. Well done.
What a ball by Marquinhos to find Di Maria. Swung back into the area, back post.
He kills that ball better with his first touch. He sets it up for a cross instead. It gets away from him, and then it's extremely difficult to get.
Here's Cavani. Has Di Maria in support. Cavani against Prince. Di Maria struck it.
Reflection on the way. Did the keeper get a touch on it? So many blue shirts forward in this situation. So many options.
In swinger near post.
Goal there. Brilliant header, but from a set piece, Amyan. So one place you heads the ball in. Have a look at the ball in. Lovely bends in. That's a fantastic.
So lined up at center mid in that 5-0 win over OL. Lines up at
no matter what, but the set piece here, it's a good run from if you ever.
Not the asking and receiving. Mbappe, so quick as he.
More difficult for the keeper.
Di Maria slams into the wall. Paris, and they found Mbappe with Di Maria in support. There's Mbappe flying forward.
The afterburners. Their posts are struggling to even stay close to PSG because they've totally dominated.
Shade under 70. Here's Di Maria at the edge of the box. Di Maria pulls it back. Back to Otero. Tangle of the leg. Final point on that game against Liverpool. They were down 2-0 for this at the back post. Floated in.
It's the game. You would have thought that if anyone's going to score from a set piece, it looks
up with Draxler. Bernat again flying forward. Ball delivered into the 6, and Gertner knocks it. Here's Draxler. Switches flanks to find Nkunku inside of the area. Nkunku chipped toward the back post.
Challenge. Let's have a look at it again. Difficult for Draxler.
The only goal so far this match from a corner kick that was crossed in, but all the others have been short. This one.
Thing again and say, well, maybe we can catch them out.
Nice work in tight spaces and finally brought.
PSG, they can't get possession, and it's almost saying, hey, keep it quiet, let me make the decisions, you get on with playing the game.
Cavani at the near post, Marquinhos at the back.
There's Cavani at that near post, again losing his
space. Otero for Gorosh on his right. Gorosh fires, but he is denied by.
Opportunity here to have played it right. Yeah, player there saying, hang on a second, what about me? Sure, as soon as he's fit, he'll slot in.
Bernat forward for Mbappe into the area. Mbappe closed off by Adenon.
Set pieces, you should be scoring 5 or 6 from set pieces.
Great switch by Di Maria, and Nkunku sends it back.
Well done, the defender there, getting in front to stop that ball getting in. Cavani.
They will not play this one short. Di Maria driven in near post.
When I remember what happened last time. Come on, Amyan.
I suppose there will be too many short corners the rest of the way as Rabiot doubles the lead. Does.
I'm actually looking at just an own goal. No, that does come off Rabiot in the end, but you're right, there was this.
To look at Maxwell in the navy blue suit. Back to Bernat from Di Maria. Quickly in, looking for Cavani, and just wide from the mat.
You say, I know. Probably was too relaxed, probably took it too easy. It was 1 out of 100 of those. Maybe that's the 1 out of 100 we're experiencing here, but.
Rio Kraft, maybe one last surge from Amyan looking at just a halftime whistle. It's Paris 2, Amyan 0. 2 identical goals delivered as Paris comfortably in front.
Look at the body language of the Amyan players. They're walking heavy. They're walking like, oh no, we've got
Instructions.
There he is.
Mbappe is ready.
The talent, the great talent.
Tournament called the World Cup.
And he's 19. Wow.
So Marco Verratti's day is done. The ball rolls in Paris. Second half underway. And it's Amyan in ball squared in by El Hajam. Traced down by Monkundui. There's the first shot on target for the visitors. Follow midfield. Mbappe. If you look at
Mbappe now on the left side. As you said, Di Maria slightly more central. Don't know if this is
the battle between the last two World Cup winners. Di Maria sends it in to the edge of the six.
Amyans have suffered from this twice. There's the save.
Sevilla, Atletico Madrid with 15 points can climb into first place before Barcelona and Sevilla. Same. Chip back into the area, settled by Bernat. Bernat onto his right and giving away the Kraft. Back onto his right. Otero sliding in.
He stops, and that actually allows the tackle to come in. If it had kicked it on, maybe.
Spain back in the 2015-2016 season. Astierra alongside Mbappe there. Last left it for Mbappe. Oh. Lovely turn. Cavani trying to get it back. Di Maria, no thought of taking it short this time. Swung into the near post and punched away. Swung in near post looking for Cavani. Foot stood up. Tuchel ready to make his second substitution, and it's the youngster Moussa Diaby who will come in.
In a quiet word, which managers do more and more these days.
Meanwhile, here's Cavani.
To try and get a little bit closer to target than that, make the goalkeeper work.
You and I have talked in Paris in their first meeting of the campaign. 2-2 in the reverse. The other two games were 2-0. Cavani makes the run, played into space for the Matador. It's Cavani looking for the third.
Missed him a little bit too much, and he couldn't get the shot on. Couldn't get the shot.
If they win. Near post. Here's Diaby. Cavani into stride for.
I think the game is wrapped up, so still some crucial moments to come.
Draxler sends it wide for Cavani. The early cross. Mbappe turns so quickly, gets it back from Lastierra. Working against Dibasi. Slaloming his way into the middle. Diaby.
Pick up tightly PSG and not concede the way they scored.
Crossed in near post.
Good connection. The only difference between that and Paris Saint-Germain is Paris.
Buffon still finding ways to entertain himself on the bench. Blue ball from Draxler for Bernat. One-time cross back to the edge of the box looking for Cavani. Empty goal.
Draxler doing the hard yards, getting into the box and getting on the... Bernat doesn't stop it, just gets it straight back in. Cavani drags in plenty of confidence.
That's his second. It's wide now for Bernat. Touched by Diaby. Now Mbappe fires, just can't stop scoring. A poker before the...
And it's a good finish. Nice player on the edge of the box. Get it to Mbappe from a tight... But Mbappe, wow, he's so quick with the ball, it's hard to read what he's going to do. PSG.
Third and final substitution now for the host.
The right winger.
And look how high up he is now. Here's Diaby onto his right. Diaby to make it 5 on the board.
It's all come in the last sort of 10 minutes. All these the box. He gets a lucky rebound, but he manages to beat a player come inside Diaby.
Well, it was 5-0 again.
2-0, and there was a chance, wasn't it, for Otero from the corners who watched that ball going in for the...
To the back post and headed away by Carrer. Assist in his cameo appearance, and the ball makes its way to Diaby. Crossed in, heavy cross to the beast, found Bernat. Flicked in, back post looking for Cavani. It'll stay in for Cavani. Swung in.
Nobody there from PSG. They've decided it's...
Past Amyan and make it 10 wins on the trot, extending their own record.